I'm beginning to wonder, I am beginning to wonder, what is it going to take for us to see exactly what is going on in this country? We're watching a decline of morality, morals, and values on an unprecedented scale. And the things that used to be just wholesome, good-natured things to do have now become a criminalized or criminal element to the people. What I'm about to report to you is just so sad. It's so sad. Now, mind you, I can understand that if the majority of the milk that you were not drinking when you go, purchase it at the store wasn't filled with sick cow pus. These so-called fortified vitamins that you don't know where in the hell they come from. You people got to wake up you've got to wake up. You got to open up your eyes and see what's going on. This is shocking. This is shocking. It's amazing. Anyway, look, watch this. All right, look. On January 25th, 2013, another family business has been destroyed. And you know what it was? The government Gestapo came in and raided those people who produce milk. Let me read this. Let me pull this article over here. Let me read this. Morningland Dairy, a family business that has been in operation for over 30 years without a single complaint or report of any illness, has ceased today. The over 2-year battle that they've had with Missouri Milk Board ended today with a raid and confiscation of over $250,000 of inventory seized by the state as a result of illegal stipulations put on Morningland Dairy, which are impossible to comply with. They no longer are able to produce their product. See, America's under attack. America is under attack. Small businesses. Everything is going to corporation. And you have to see what's going on is that now after they moved all the Walmart ends to actually buy out and flood out and gut out all the small businesses, the little family-owned businesses that was in townships that used to flourish and you could be greeted with a smile. And now you go to Walmart, man, these folks about to bite your head off. They look like they're mad at the world and everything, but the corporations move these big, gigantic stores in and holler, we love the competition. And all the mom and pop stores, they go under. And now everybody flocks to the corporate stores because of the high prices that our government has instituted upon us through inflation, taxation without representation. And you go over here and you see this box of cereal sitting in Walmart for $2.50, but then you go to the mom and pop store and see it sitting over there for $4.35 simply because mom and pop can't afford to cut deals with other corporations who are selling to the big corporation, and they can't afford to buy the product at 50 cents a box. So they have to pay $2.50 or $3.50 a box just in order to make a slight profit in order for them to even have a livelihood and to provide for themselves. But America don't see that. What we see is the cheap prices. Cheap price, that's it. Now there are no mom and there are no pop stores around for nobody even go to. Matter of fact, if you even try to go and buy any type of dairy products whatsoever at all, especially if you go like in North Carolina, they have on these jars right now. You can have old-fashioned goat milk. Do you remember how many people grew up on goat milk? And you know that goat milk used to be one of the main staples for mothers who had a problem with being able to produce milk from their breasts that they would give to their children. And now all of a sudden, goat milk is something that terrorists use. Man, I tell you what. But you've got to understand what's going on. This is the new world order. I told people many, many years ago that Walmart will be the distribution center for the new world order, and it's happening right before our very eyes. And now we're watching the takeover of this country by corporations. Most people don't know that the United States of America is a corporation. Most people don't know that. That's the reason why you're watching the dominance of corporations and you're watching the dominance of liberal mentality just sweep this land and stuff. And basically, what has happened to the point that we can see these things take place and we'll be quick, fast, and in a hurry to point our finger over at other lands and countries and say, you know what, this is communism. But then when it happens in our own backyard, we say nothing about it at all. We just had another family business destroyed, totally destroyed by the Gestapo. For what? Producing milk? Milk? And we got Fast and Furious and nobody goes to jail over. We have bankers that are literally robbing the people blind in this country. And nobody's gone to jail. They have literally stolen the tunes of millions upon billions of dollars from the American public. And you know what? That's one of the safest occupations you can do. That you can jack people, you can rob them, and you can say, you know what? There's no law. Forget about morals and values. You can steal their whole livelihood, and you will never go to jail. Banking is one of the greatest industries you could be in right now because no matter what you do, there's no jail for you. I'll go run a stop sign and see what happens. Let me get back here. Anyway, the real crime that they are being persecuted for is for producing cheese with raw milk. Whether the state wants to admit it or not, that is what their real charge is. And that in itself is criminal. This should be a shot heard around the rural world. What has been done to this family is a travesty of justice. You better believe it is. There ain't no such thing as justice in this land. Who's defining the term justice or the word justice? Their livelihood has been destroyed. These are good people who ran an honest business. How much more tyranny will we tolerate before we tell the state enough? It would, if we would have had a strong constitutionally minded sheriff in Howell County, Missouri. You don't have them. You got very, very few of them nowadays. You don't have sheriffs. These sheriffs are sold out, not knowing that there's one thing about people who are evil and wicked. It's only a matter of time. You may be getting by just for a moment, but it's only a matter of time before they get you and they throw you under the bus as well. It's just one of those things. You know, it's a gangster mentality. Let me get back here real quick. Sheriff Mike Shannon, where were you? Why didn't you return any calls or emails? Why did you send your deputies to assist in this theft? I know why. Because they all obeying the law. My heart goes out to these people because, man, what a country. We used to walk around in our neighborhood when I was a little boy with BB guns. We shoot squirrels, rabbits, and whatever. We did stuff like that. Just walk around with BB guns. Man. Well, before my time, children used to take shotguns and rifles to school only to go hunting afterwards. It's nothing to live on a farm or a homestead to milk a cow or a goat and enjoy the fruits of your labors. I don't know. I just don't know. I just do not know how to put it anymore, but I'm telling you, they're making robots out of all the American people. Chattel. They're going to make sure that you have one option to go to here, and one option to go to here, and one option to go to here, and you better not even think about or have the audacity to step outside of the system and start using a creative mindset and start functioning without them in your lives. I think this beast system tastes blood and they're not about to let up. It would be something if we did not have history, a window to the past, which is well as our eyes for the future. It would literally be something. But the same thing we saw in other societies where government was getting too big. It's ultimately going to end up in a bloodbath all across this land. That's ultimately the way it's going to end up, because history just proves it out. It just proves out it's the way we're going. We're declining. We no longer have any absolutes in this country. We do not know right from wrong and wrong from right. We're having difficulty just understanding old-fashioned values. And it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that when the government and the corporations don't like the competition, now they use so-called laws that they passed by these paid enforcement officials. How in the world can you people be out there work for a system? Same thing that you grew up on, morals and values. How can you go and be a deputy or a sheriff and actually go raid a business, a family business that has done no criminal activity whatsoever at all, no crime? How do you go to sleep at night? Now, the only way you can do that is if you're mind numb, you're selfish, and you only care about yourself, which every dog has its day. I'm utterly amazed. I'm utterly amazed. I'm utterly amazed. Let me tell y'all something. The Bible says that Satan has come down having great wrath, for he know that he has but a short time. And when you go read the book of Revelations, it's clearly telling you, go read the book of Revelation. It's clearly telling you that the majority of the people, we're talking about 90% of the people in this world, is going to side with the beast. They're going to side with Satan. They're going to side with immorality. They're going to side with anyone who is full of wickedness. The majority, the wave of people, all of them are going to go that way. And there's only going to be a few people that is going to stand for truth, righteousness, holiness, and justice. Just a few. I think this message needs to get out. I really, truly do. You ain't get no answers, because all they going to do is sit back and smoke their cigar. We sure got them criminals, didn't we? and let them know they better not ever think about ever trying to defy the government and try to go outside of the system and produce milk. Only one problem, though. These people wasn't outside the system. These people were in the system and got destroyed by the same system that they trusted in. Again, let me see, the dollar on it says legal tender for all debts, public and private. What's my advice? Start learning how to trade, grow your own food and vegetables among yourself. It's time, in everything we do, it's time to go underground. And you can't get too far underground because we got drones and satellites all up in the sky ahead, and and even at that, they got bunker busters that will go at least a mile in the ground, so you can't dig a hole deep enough that they can't get you. I tell you what, a relationship with the Most High is definitely paramount. I'll include the information down below. It's just so disgusting. It really truly is. It's really truly disgusting. What are you gonna tell your children? Huh? What are you gonna tell them?